So I'm here in our Hayward office. I'm talking to the team about the results from the engagement survey, and I wanted to riff on one of the key takeaways. Hayward is probably the furthest distance away from our headquartered office in Richmond, and so the conversation trended towards how do you flatten out a culture when there's such geographic reach and not everyone's at the home office. So one of the things that the site manager here said is that, relationships are built on small interactions over time. And nothing could be closer to the truth than that. We tend to talk about engagement and culture, and we think about the big meetings and the rewards and the recognition, and we think about promotions and professional development. But the real truth of it is there's no shortcut to developing relationships with the people you work with or with your participants. We have an operating principle that says the relationship is the intervention and the intervention is the relationship. And it's something that we work closely with when we think about engaging in relationship building with our participants. We recognize it as one of the key things to helping people break the cycle of poverty. And it is absolutely true in your culture as well. You have to spend the time, invest in building relationships with, as much as possible, every single person at your site or at your organization. For us, that's 120 people. And so while you can't create organizational culture that works for 120 people exactly, you can create the structure that allows for short feedback loops, that allows for understanding and knowing the needs of everyone and every team at your organization, and then crafting some customized approaches or structures to making sure that those voices are heard, making sure that those needs are surfaced. And then what you can do is small things over time. You can respond to emails. You can show up at the different sites. You can locate your business meetings and team meetings at some of the different locations. Just enough to hear and respond to what the issues are for teams who don't work in the same space every day. Because it is more difficult to develop relationships when people are not located in the same area. So one of the things that I heard from them today was about our rewards and recognition system. And, they had some pretty clear ideas about what matters to them. It's birthdays at this particular site, and so is there a budget for a $2 gift for everyone? That is not something we would do at every site if we do it in Hayward, but if it's important to Hayward and not important to Antioch, then why not do that? What is considered important in finance might not be what's considered important in facilities, and it might not be what's important in programs. So the thing is, as much as you can aggregate an experience for people who are like-minded, who do the same job, who work in the same space, then as the culture leader, that's your responsibility to do. And yes, mind those small efforts over time to develop your relationship, like with anything else.